Hey, are you listening? Are you saying Arya doesn't want to eat my packed lunch? Don't you think that's terrible since I went through all that trouble to make it?
In that case, why not try to add something unique to the lunch boxes? For example, you could change the way the ingredients are cut, or try to make the lunch resemble cute characters that girls would like.
If we do that, it's going to cost extra for ingredients. So I decided to go with potatoes and pickles.
What? That's all you let them have?
Yes, that's right. If I spend money on things like lunch boxes, I won't be able to afford my living expenses.
As expected, that's not enough for my daughter, is it? You should at least include a few side dishes.
Then maybe you should make lunch for your daughter.
What?
The lunches you make are so well received by the kids, right?
Is that right?
Yeah. My daughter always wants to eat lunch like those made by you. I've heard her say it so many times, my ears are developing calluses.
I'm glad to hear you say that.
So, maybe you can make lunch for my daughter too. Maybe once a week?
If I were to make it, will you pay for the ingredients?
Pay for the ingredients? We're mom friends, so there's no need to pay for that, right? You're wealthier than me, and you wouldn't take money from a poor person, right?
Even if I don't get paid for the ingredients, I can't make lunch. Besides, even if it's just once a week, making lunch for two people takes a lot of time and effort.
Come on, we're mom friends. Let's help each other out.
I'm sorry. I thought if I was getting paid for materials, I could do it. But I guess this volunteering thing isn't for me.
The real truth is, you won't do it because it's me asking you, right?
What?
Because I'm just a blue-collar household. You don't want to associate with me, right?
No, that's not it at all. I don't think what your husband does has anything to do with us being friends.
Really? Last time you were trying to exclude me from having lunch with everyone else.
That was simply because I had a reason not to invite you.
Well, I got everyone to cover my lunch costs. Is it because I didn't pay back the lunch money?
Yes. If you remember, then why don't you just pay us back? I helped pay for you, so could you please pay me back early?
Yes, I'll pay you back later.
Preferably sooner rather than later.
You're so annoying. I don't like to talk about these things either.
Anyways, I'm just asking to be paid back sooner.
Camilla, hello?
Hello. What's up all of a sudden? Did you change your mind about paying back the money?
I'll take care of that later.
Seriously, when are you going to pay it back?
I said we'll talk about it later. I reached out to you because I have something I wanted to ask you.
What is it?
Tomorrow is the kindergarten field trip, right? You're coming along, right?
Yes, I'm coming. What's the problem?
As always, you're preparing the lunches, right?
Yes, I'll be making it myself by hand this time.
That's great.
Sophia, are you bringing lunches too?
I will bring one, but I think just sandwiches is enough for me.
Like always, white bread with ham? Since it's a field trip, why not try something different?
That's alright. Don't worry so much about the lunches.
What do you mean?
You'll find out tomorrow. Camilla, who are you planning to work with tomorrow on the trip?
Oh, Madison invited me to join her.
Madison? I don't really like her, you know.
Yeah, I know. But I find her interesting and I like talking to her.
But Madison is pushy, you know. She's intimidating just by her appearance alone.
Apparently, she can be quite scary when she's angry. I guess she just has a bold presence.
Anyways, I confirmed everything and it's all good. I'm looking forward for tomorrow. Oh, I wonder if someone's in trouble without their lunch today. I made a homemade lunch today. It's a bit bland. but I'm saving on lunch money today. Thanks for your help.
I brought a supermarket lunch today, though.
What? Didn't you say you were eating homemade lunch today?
That was the plan, but I accidentally dropped the lunch boxes I prepared. So I decided to bring supermarket lunch instead.
I didn't hear you say that.
It's not something that I need to report to you, is it?
Then whose lunch boxes did I just take?
You mean the pink lunch boxes? That was Madison's lunch boxes.
What?
Sophia, it looks like you stole her lunch boxes while we stepped away for a bit.
How do you find out?
I accidentally found out from a friend who saw it happen. When I came back, I saw Madison's lunch boxes, but I was surprised because they were open and clean.
Those lunch boxes, they were Madison's? Hey, is Madison still with you?
Yes, she is.
How is she feeling?
It seems like you stole the lunches and ate it without her permission. When I told her, she got quite angry. It's quite normal for her to get upset.
Wait, why did you tell her? I was going to keep it a secret.
Knowing the crime and not saying anything is not considerate, is it?
What's Madison saying?
She just wants to talk to you directly.
Is she asking for me to pay for the lunches? That's not what she means, right?
That's exactly what she's saying.
No. I'm barely able to make ends meet this month. I can't afford to pay for other people's lunch. Please, can you ask for Madison's forgiveness on my behalf?
I don't want to. Besides, Madison wants you to take responsibility for what you did.
No. But I don't want to pay for the lunch. Then I'll just need to run and hide somewhere.
Sophia, aren't you by the big tree over there now? Madison's headed there now.
What? Please, can you apologize to her on my behalf?
I don't want to. Besides, I don't want to help someone who would steal other people's lunch and then be stingy about it. You should be held accountable.
Camilla, it's your fault that Madison totally hates me now. You've even made me spend extra money. This sucks.
It's your own doing, so it can't be helped, can it? Did you learn your lesson after being chastised by Madison?
She chastised me in front of everyone. It was so embarrassing. And Madison and I live near each other. I'm worried she'll keep harassing me now.
Madison is not the type of person to harass others for no reason. So don't worry about it.
But Madison told me to keep my distance from her for a while. You know how much damage can be done to if pushy Madison doesn't like you.
Like I said earlier, it's your own doing, so it can't be helped. From now on, don't bother other people anymore.
By the way, this is also your fault, Camilla. Why can't you just apologize?
I don't think I should be the one apologizing. Sophia, you're the one who stole my lunch to save money, right?
But originally it was your fault for making me angry, Camilla.
What do you mean?
Well, when we first met, you promised we would become friends. But now you don't even invite me to lunch or to go shopping anymore.
That's because you don't want to pay back the money you borrowed.
It's so annoying. You always talk about money. It's just a few dollars, so can you just cover it?
If it's just a few dollars, why don't you just pay it back quickly? I also want to just get the money back from you so I can cut ties with you.
What?
After what happened, I have zero trust in you. I'm sorry, but I can't continue this kind of relationship anymore.
That's horrible. You're treating me like an outcast, aren't you? You've got some nerves.
It was you who started it all in the first place. Let's just forget about the lunch money.
Of course. I don't intend to pay you.
I can't stand being around you anymore. I'm going to take this opportunity to just distance myself from you.
Oh, really? For excluding me from the group? I'm going to make you regret it soon enough. Oh, I just heard some good news. You're going with the other mom friends to a luxury spa hotel, right?
Yes, but where did you hear that?
I heard it from my daughter. And apparently, it's the hotel connected to the theater. I've always wanted to go there.
Just to let you know, we can't go with you.
What? That's rude. I wasn't planning to go with you anyway, so don't worry.
Then why did you message me on Facebook?
I just wanted to give you all a warning.
Warning?
You guys definitely won't be able to enjoy the trip. But if you apologize to me and agree to take me along, I'll consider forgiving you. Of course, you all have to pay for my expenses.
So you really want to go with us, huh? I'm sorry, but I have no intention of apologizing. Nor do we plan to pay to take you on this trip with us.
I figured as much. In that case, you should tell the other moms to cancel the trip before it's too late.
What?
Otherwise, everyone will be in trouble when the accommodations fall through. And you, Camilla, might get angry because of this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Isn't today the spa trip everyone is looking forward to? Too bad. I already canceled the trip. So, enjoy camping today.
What? We just checked into the hotel.
What?
And we're about to go to the spa now.
Isn't today the day you're going to the spa near the theater?
No, we reserved a different hotel called the Omni.
You're lying. Didn't you say you were staying at the hotel near the theater last time we talked?
Come to think of it, I did say it. I mistakenly thought you were referring to the Omni Hotel near the theater.
That's not possible. If you realized you were making a mistake, why didn't you correct yourself then?
It's not like we're traveling there together, so there's no need to point it out, right? Speaking of which, you said you canceled the reservation? Is everything alright? Are you sure you didn't accidentally cancel someone else's reservation?
The hotel staff said they accepted the cancellation. Maybe right now.
It's better to find out soon.
It's a bit scary, but I'll try calling. It turned out to be a disaster. What should I do?
What kind of situation is it?
Turns out, the reservation I canceled was for my husband's company trip.
What? That's quite a coincidence.
Now that I think about it again, my husband was also taking a company trip to the hotel near the theater. He said he was going to stay there. I was so busy plotting revenge on you guys that I got the two hotels swapped in my head. It seems like my husband was responsible for organizing the company trip. The hotel staff thought that I had called to cancel on his behalf.
Well, it's not hard to see how you can make that mistake. So, what are you going to do about it now?
My husband asked me to come and personally apologize. I'm heading over there now. I'm definitely going to have to apologize sincerely in front of everyone.
Is that so? Well, good luck.
This is terrible. I got lectured in front of all my husband's colleagues. I had to apologize to every single person. And they made me pay the cancellation costs for everyone.
So, what's the plan for where you're staying tonight?
The hotel's already booked out by other guests. So we're staying at a nearby hotel. I have to pay the cancellation fee and tonight's hotel expenses for everyone. I am paying for everything, so the cost is outrageous.
By the way, how many colleagues does your husband's company have?
About 20. And I'm also staying there as well. So now I have to fork over the cancellation fees and travel expenses for 21 people. I've drained my savings account.
So your savings was more than enough to get by.
My savings was not enough, so I had to borrow money from my parents. My husband refused to help pay for it.
I see. At any rate, I'm glad you found a place to stay. And you got to do some traveling. How lucky.
Nothing lucky about that. I've been sent to the room to keep to myself and I'm being treated like an outcast. And my husband and his colleagues are all eyeing me with suspicion. They're all horrible.
That's just the way it is, isn't it? You caused so much trouble for everyone.
I thought I would show you all a painful lesson, but
You tried to take others down for no reason, and got punished for it, didn't you?
the worst. Next time, I'm not going to fail.
What? Have you not learned your lesson?
If it's come to this, the only way is for me to take action directly.
What do you mean?
I can't calm down anymore. When you get back to your house, I'm going to set your house on fire.
Are you serious?
If you get me angry, you should be scared. But even if I apologize now, it's too late for that.
Are you seriously planning to set my house on fire?
As you can imagine, doing that would make me a criminal. I think I'll try something different. Like pushing you down the stairs, for example.
You're crazy. You're completely unreasonable.
It's your fault for making me angry. If you hate me, hate yourself first.
I understand. Then, I guess I'll leave too.
What? Hey Camilla, did you say something unnecessary to my husband?
Unnecessary? Didn't you try to threaten me?
I didn't threaten anything.
What about yesterday's threats? When I discussed it with my husband, he said to report you to the police. He said I should do whatever I wanted to. So, I decided to file a complaint for harassment.
Police?
You didn't hear about that? The report was just accepted, so be prepared.
What? Did you already talk to the police?
Yes. I ran to the police right after the trip. It looks like you haven't returned from the trip yet.
I'm still on the train. My husband says he's going to divorce me.
Is that so? Then you should file for divorce quietly, right?
What am I going to do? If this continues, I'll be alone.
You reap what you sow. You've always tried to harass us.
Please. I can't divorce. I can't divorce without my husband's income.
That's not something I can help you with. If you're with your husband, you should just talk to him directly, right?
But I'm sitting in a seat away from him, and he doesn't want to talk to me. He's also ignoring all my messages.
You're completely out of luck then. You have to face reality.
It's your fault that this happened. You must talk to my husband and change his mind right away.
Why do you always blame others? Don't you realize that you're the one at fault?
Why am I at fault? I didn't do anything wrong. The whole trip thing was just a misunderstanding. I didn't intentionally ruin his company trip.
This conversation is going nowhere. I can't understand why your husband is ignoring you.
You have to clear up the misunderstanding. Otherwise, I will really cause a fire.
Are you still threatening me? I'm going to show this message to the police.
Right. You filed a report with the police. At least, can you retract the report?
Why?
Having a criminal report will ruin everything. If I were to divorce my husband, I'll have to live by myself. I'm going to be in a desperate situation without a husband. And when you add a criminal record to the mix, it's just too much.
Isn't this the seed you sowed for yourself? Of course I'm not going to retract the police report.
Please, I really need you to take back the report. What do I tell my parents?
Your situation has nothing to do with me. When you get here, I think the police will be waiting. So please deal with it. Afterwards, when Sophia got home, she was taken into custody by the police who were waiting for her. She was arrested for making threats. She was also fined and was asked to pay for compensatory damages. In the end, Sophia was also isolated by her husband, and it seems like they may be getting a divorce. Custody of her child was granted to her husband, and she ended up moving to a distant town. Even her parents abandoned her. She's now working hard to pay back the child support and other damages. She seems to be working day and night. We, on the other hand, with Sophia gone, are able to live a peaceful life. Sophia is facing difficult times ahead, but it's her own fault. I have no sympathy left for her.